Hello, everybody. Namaste. I'm Asrael, and I'm coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee today. And it is wonderful to be here with you. What a magical day. Hey, today is a day where Pluto shifts into Aquarius. And that just calls for tremendous times, tremendous shift, uh, part of like the breakthrough, right, that we're all longing for. Now, Pluto moves very slowly and it's going to take time, right? We've been in sort of the beginning of this wave of change for quite some time. And just because it's shifted signs doesn't mean that all of a sudden we're there, but it's definitely a reason to celebrate, right? A collective awakening, a collective coming together, and a collective shift in consciousness. So I really just want to remind you all, wherever you're at and whatever you're going through, that it's all part of a bigger plan. And the Great Awakening is happening. It's happening through you, it's happening through me, and it's happening through our joys and our challenges. So, yeah, let's celebrate that, even though it's not always comfortable. So I did want to start today's show. I wanted to talk a little bit about the energy and the flow of things and how things have been lately. I don't know about you, but have you been feeling the overwhelm? And have you been feeling like, yeah, just the movement has been more intense, right? I'm hearing from clients and friends and colleagues that they're either super tired and sleeping way more than normal, or they're like awake and jittery and alive and like moving so fast, right? And it's like one or the other, right? Like either from this total sort of like, I just need to sleep, I can't move, to I can't sleep, I've got so much moving. And so I just wanted you to know that, like, that's just sort of what's going on right now. And it's not about fixing it, it's not about figuring out what's wrong. Instead, it's really about giving yourself to permission to be in it. And so if you're tired, if you can, take the extra rest. Now, a lot of times we can't do that, right? So, where can you sort of embrace? Where can you settle? Where can you soften into the tiredness and allow yourself to not have to push through it too much? And if you're noticing it's 2 in the morning and you're buzzing and there's so much energy happening and flowing, and you're like, I just want to sleep. What can you do then to connect with something bigger? Is it time to work with a mantra, or perhaps to connect with your angels? Maybe it's about checking in with a meditation of some sort, or even if possible, getting out of bed, shaking your body. There's a lot happening. We're in a stage of huge shift and a huge shift in consciousness, right? And I think we're all feeling it right now. And so know that you're not alone. I also wanted to talk a little bit about some upcoming things that I have going on that you might be interested in joining. Everything I do in my work is to support people into awakening into greater consciousness. It's to support them to coming into deeper connection with themselves and their intuition, and really also about grounding into deeper connection, both with earth and with the light, with the higher light and the higher energies. And so, I will be offering a Qigong class. I'm a medical Qigong practitioner. It's an alchemical kind of Qigong where we work with energy and color and light. It's very, very powerful. And that's starting in December, on December 4th. It's just half an hour for 3 weeks in a row, and classes are $15 or $12 if you sign up for all three, but it's at Zoom. And what these classes do is they teach us how to move into our body, to move into deeper connection with earth and also heaven, and really open to a space where we can handle and move through some of these awakening experiences we're having right now. And then also on December 4th, which is a Wednesday, I'm offering my monthly circle. That is at 4 o'clock Central Time, whereas the Qigong practices are at 3 o'clock Central Time. And the monthly Gathering of Light is just this beautiful space where we go on a journey into the light and into guided meditation together. And for people who come the first time, it's totally free. And so it's a beautiful way to connect with a larger community. And then from connecting with that larger community, where can we open into these deeper spaces of the crystalline grid, of the light body, body, of our soul, right? And these are every month, but I wanted to let you all know about them. As I won't be here. We'll be doing a recorded show next week because I'll be in the Caribbean. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say. I don't think so. I often pick a card. Well, maybe I will pick a card. Maybe I'll pick a crystal card for today and for this week, and then I'll take some callers. I do know we have someone on the line, and I'll be with you shortly. But if there's one card today or one message from Spirit that can truly open us up or bring us into a space of higher awareness or consciousness, what is that energy? What is that crystal that's wanting to speak through us and for us? Okay. And that card today is interesting. I was working with some grounding energy. It's earth energy. It's carnelian, which to me speaks with the energy of earth and also the energy of fire. I hope those of you at home can see it. And what it is, it's this red stone. And it's like bringing up the energy of fire, of earth, of passion, of creativity, of divine Shakti, right? Into a space of grounded reality. It's nourishing the root chakra. It's bringing us home to our bodies. It's allowing us to open to the passion of our heart, the passion of life, and the passion of our soul, and giving us the strength and support to truly embody it and to move it into that space and into that way. And so really, really opening into that. And so that message to me really is about how can we come more into our body? How can we really root down and send that energy into the earth, and then know that the more grounded we are, the more that we can flow through and live our dreams and live our passions. So carnelian, look it up, check it out. If you have one, maybe put it in your pocket or put it on your necklace this week and see how you feel. Okay. So we have Cambria in Erie, Pennsylvania on the line, and I'm really looking forward to connecting with you. So yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm okay. I had a couple questions for a past loved one.
Yes. Okay.
My great grandma is Vicky.
Okay. And is there anything
Um,
specific? Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to ask her one. My mom told me that somehow she knew that my my grandmother on that side, my not great grandma, but just grandma on that side, isn't going to harass me anymore like she's been doing. Also, um, I also wanted to know if great grandma Vicky has been playing around with my cat, because my cat tends to look at the ceiling and she'll like tilt her head and stuff, and there's nothing that I can see there, but she does.
Yeah. Okay. So wonderful. So I'll just share a little bit what's coming through. First of all, your great grandma Vicky is a powerful being. I really want to honor her light and her energy. And I see her on some level as a protector for you. She is fierce, but fierce with love, right? Fierce with real bright light and love. And so the first thing that is coming through is like, yeah, like don't worry about your grandma or her daughter, or that energy. It's like that is going to shift, that is going to stop. It's almost like there's this force field coming between you and that energy of your grandma. And it's sort of like Nikki's like, I've got this, right? Like, I'm here, I've got this. It's really like, it's very, very strong. And she's also very clear in the sense of like, whenever you need protection or support, call on her, because she's really happy to sort of put that force field down and hold it. Like, she's like the words that are coming, and I mean these in really positive ways. She's a very light, like a sparky energy, but I get like wicked and fierce, and not wicked in a bad way, but like she's strong, right? Powerful, like
Right.
and so I'm just going to tune in and see if there's anything more about that or anything more that she wants
She
to share. That Go ahead.
she has been talking to me. She said I went to her gravesite. I think it was on Sunday, and I was recording a video. She was spinning the pinwheel that I got for her. It's like a sunflower pinwheel, and I told her to keep spinning it. So I decided to record it, and I got a EVP of someone saying hi on the phone after I said hi. Grandma is Vicky.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, she is really like, I don't even want to say wanting to connect with you. She's like I am connected with you, and if you just pay attention, like I'm here. And it's funny because I saw the flower and I saw the sunflower, and then what she's saying, she's like, I'm giving you back a rose right now, and she's showing me this shiny sort of red pinwheel, like a pinwheel, right? And she's
Yeah,
like, I've got this, and that rose to her is also a means of protection for you, in that it's beautiful and it's heart centered, but it's got the thorns. And she's like I've got you, and I've really got your back, right? Like and so much
right.
for you. Let me see if there's anything else she really wants to share or say. She's like, just pay attention. um
Okay.
she does say, it's interesting that you brought up the recording devices, and I don't know if this would have come through if you hadn't brought that up for me, but she's like, play with the recordings. That might be a way that you can like listen or actually get words to her from her, right? Other than just in your mind. She's like, trust what you get in your
Right.
mind. But she's like, I can show up, and it doesn't have to be a video, it can be a recording. She's also telling me that if you do writing and you tune in with her, she will also write, she can write through you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So just sort of like a channeled type of writing. Let me just,
Yeah. My other question is she playing with my cat? Because
no,
my
she's
cat
not.
just
Something else
stares
is.
at the
Something
ceiling.
else. Something else is. So the energy, there is something else with your cat. It's not a bad energy. Your Aunt Vicky's much bigger than that energy that's playing with the cat. I get there's something like a playful, like elemental energy that's playing with your cat. I won't even go as far as spirit. I'm seeing it more as something as like fairy, or something connected more to the wind, or the light, right? Like it's more like a fairy type energy. It's not a ghost, but there is an energy. And as I tune in, it's more having to do with light and refraction of light, something that just sort of like travels on the realms of light. And it is a fun energy. It's not a negative energy at all. And it very, very, very much is just, yeah, playing with your cat and bringing in that energy of joy, and sort of keeping it entertained. Let me just see if there's anything else that has to say. There's something you can do to ground it, like if you notice your cat's getting tired or agitated in some way.
Right.
So what I'm getting is like, if you have a plant, I don't know if you have a plant, but if you could put a plant, or and it's like just a green, it doesn't have to have flowers or anything, just like a green plant, and put it in the right corner of the room that you're seeing this happen in the most, and that will ground the energy a little bit. But it's like like, again, it's a playful energy. It's something your cat's connecting with, and that it's connecting with your cat. I don't see that there's a real higher purpose for it. Sometimes there can be big higher purposes with the cats, right? But this is just something that's coming in and sort of like playful and fun, and likes your cat, and your cat likes it. But I believe your Aunt Vicky, like, she's just a much, much, much bigger energy than that. And yeah, yeah. Any other questions?
An eating machine now. And all she gets is press.
Okay. So I think that if that's it for now, I'm going to say thank you, and beautiful to connect with you. And if you have any other questions, you can also always follow up with me at my Facebook page, Asrael.love. Okay. So we'll open to the next call, and the next call is Phyllis from Baltimore, Maryland.
Hello there.
Hi, Phyllis. How are you doing today?
Fine, and yourself?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you. How can I be of support to you today?
I'd like to know if I'm going to get any foster children.
Oh, okay, okay. So, can I ask you a question? Have you had foster children in the past?
No, ma'am. I got a letter in the mail from a different state about children, and I don't think I'm going to get these children, okay? But I am opening up to taking children in my own area if possible.
Yeah, so the first thing that I just want to share that comes in really, really, really clear is I see children around you, right? And I actually see quite a few children around you and different children around you. So my first sense is definitely there are going to be some coming in. It's interesting that you speak to them as coming in more locally because I see them quite close, right? And that's why I asked if you had any foster children in the past because it's like, oh, well, there's definitely kids around you. I don't sense that they're your kids, right? I sense that they are from other spaces and other places. It feels very light. It feels very flowing, and I feel like it might be quite effortless for you once you put things into place. And I can check in a little bit on timing, but before I do, any more questions about that?
Could you be seeing my grandchildren?
I'm just pausing because I want to be. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still here. Maybe some of them could be your grandchildren, but I'm seeing still like there's more than just you, unless you have like 6, 7, 8 grandchildren. Like it's a
I have like
larger.
9.
Oh, you do have 9.
I have 9, and I have great grandchildren.
Yeah. It's not your great grandchildren. I'm clear on that. And the children I'm seeing are in the ranges of anywhere from age 4 and 5 to age like 11, 12, right? That's sort of the age. Lots around 7 or 8. So I don't know if those are your grandchildren. They're definitely not your great grandchildren. I'm really clear on
No,
that.
they're not my grandchildren. No, none of them are.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, and so it feels like yes. And like I said, they feel like again they're younger. It's not teenagers I'm seeing you with right away, right? Like it's more younger kids, not babies, but like 4, 7, 8 is like the average age that I'm seeing coming in. And they're really wanting attention and needing attention, right? So
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions about it or any questions? I have lots of time. So
Well, the 2 children that are out of state, they're in foster care. They're family children, okay, but they're like over 2,000 miles away. Are they going to be going to foster care or foster home, permanent foster home?
so again, so those children, as you said, you were already pretty clear they're not coming towards you. And I also see that. I just want to say that, like, it's not that you won't have anything to do with them if they're family or at some point in your life, but they're not coming towards you. Now let me just sit with them.
Right.
So I do see them going to a stable and supportive environment. So if they're currently not in a stable and supportive environment, then they may be going into a foster care there or some place that is going to like be more stable and supportive than what things have been for them. Things might shift or change. And then let me tune in because I want to be I'm going to actually pull some cards on this because this is important. Yeah, so I think the main things it's okay. It's interesting. So whatever is happening for them. So right now they're in a space where things are sort of topsy turvy. Things are not very settled. There isn't that strong feminine that they need, right? In their life. And I'm saying feminine because of the cards. I pulled the Queen of Wands in reverse. Then the card I pulled next is the Strength card, which is so powerful because it's speaking of like peace and strength and getting through adversity, and not by force. And then the second card I got, or the third card I picked was the Queen of Cups, which is balanced, emotional, nourishing. It's right side up. And so my sense is that there is going to be a shift in the care. And so potentially going into foster care, into an environment that is healthy, that is balanced, and that does have a nourishing person there, especially a nourishing female there. So knowing that they are going to be okay, they are going to be cared for. I don't see them going into the system in the sense of like they're going to be in like a group home or anything like that. Or if they're in there now, they're not going to be staying there, and that there is going to be a nice model there for them and someone that you can trust. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm
Any
good with that.
questions or
No, ma'am.
comments? Okay.
Nothing. Oh, okay. What about my grandchildren around me? Will I be seeing them anytime soon?
There's one grandchild in particular I think you'll be seeing. Just tuning in. It's one that you are perhaps the closest to or have been the closest to in the past, even if you don't see them very much regularly. And there's a deep love and a deep energetic connection there. And that person is someone that you will see soon, maybe even this holiday season, not necessarily Thanksgiving, but maybe Christmas or between Christmas and the springtime. But definitely, I think you'll see that. And I also see them sort of stepping up and perhaps being, I don't know. Like again, they're one of the older. They're not like a young, they're not young, they're older and like stepping up and supporting you or helping you out in some way. I'm not getting clear on male, female. Part of me wants to say it's masculine energy, but I'm not 100% clear on that. So definitely, and that one is sort of like the one that you will have more connection with sooner.
Okay.
Let me just see. I see a lot of joy coming for you, right? Like I see a lot of like it's almost like you've got these things you want to do. There's a real nourishing and nurturing sense in your personality. A lot of again your life has been in this desire to give, to help, to work with others in these bigger ways, right? And to really support and like nourishment, right? Like being that mom or that grandma. And I'm seeing just more of that coming in for you. And that's like, it's like every time I close my eyes or tune into you, I'm seeing just this beautiful golden light on the left side. I'm seeing the younger kids sort of around your waist and your hips and sort of like looking up to you. And then I'm seeing the older kids or the older grandkids, right? Like being there and being your support. On the right hand side, I think that's like when I'm tuning in, it's more like the mental side. And it's like they're trying to figure out how is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? It's sort of like, it feels like it's hard for you to figure it out or to really like know the steps or know what the timeline is, right? Like none of it's really making sense for you on some level. And so like what I would invite you to do is try not to like overthink or overanalyze the next steps that you have to do or what you need to do to make any of this happen. Like, no, it's already sort of in play. And it's like, where can you tune into that great capacity for love that you have and that great capacity for care that you have so that you can, just feel it and know that it is all coming towards you. I hope that makes some sense, but it's very clear, very powerful. And just as much love as you want to give and that you have to give to others, like it really wants to be reflected back to you like tenfold.
Right. Okay.
Hey, any other comments? Yeah,
No,
my
ma'am.
pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a beautiful reading.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And no, it's right there. It's right there with you. And yeah, just yeah, let me know. Feel free to update me on what happens and just know it's I see real positive and easy flow coming for you. So it's really
Thank
beautiful
you.
to share with you, Phyllis, and I wish you the most beautiful, beautiful day.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You too. Happy Thanksgiving. So, what I'd like to do with the rest of our time, we have about 4 minutes, is I'd like to maybe just take a few moments. And I know for those of you driving, it's not really possible, but I'd love for us to just to settle into a space in the collective field. You know, there's so much that we can do when we just pause and we just settle in and slow down. So if you're driving, you can just listen and imagine, and pay attention to the road. And if you're at your home, just take a moment and give yourself permission to just stop and to find a seat. And as you find a seat, give yourself permission to just soften and to settle into your body. Maybe sending a grounding cord down from your belly or from the sacrum. So that's just imagining a long line of light down into the earth. I always like to take my tongue and bring it to the roof of the mouth behind my teeth. And to really notice the spots where your bones, your sit bones and your bones touch the earth. Maybe even calling on the energy of that carnelian, that red, vibrant stone to nourish. You can even imagine that red color moving up from this cord and into your sacrum, into your root chakra. And feeling each and every of the thousands of people listening to this broadcast today, connected right here, right now, in this moment, connected to the earth, to the fire and the strength of the carnelian. And then maybe noticing your breath and breathing up from the earth all the way to your heart, the heart chakra, center of the chest. And as you exhale, imagine this light expanding through your chest. And imagining each and every person here seated in this circle right now, this circle of light. And let's take 3 breaths, breathing up from the root, from the earth, into the heart. And as we exhale, allowing this light to shine, to flow, to expand into this circle of light, into this circle of souls, and into this universal field. 2 more times, breathing in and shining that light out. And breathing in and shining that light out. And feeling the smile in your heart, the connectedness of your being, and the support of all and everything. So thank you all so much for being with me today. Continue to stay in this moment if you like. Find me on facebook.com/Asrael.love or www.asrael.love. I'd love to connect with you. And I wish you all the most beautiful day and a wonderful Thanksgiving, as I won't be here next week. With love and so much light, namaste.